Hello there. I was supposed to get out and cut back the echinacea plants that I have in the garden, because I guess that's what you do with perennials. I'm learning that. I didn't get to it, but I have been thinking about why we cut them back, and I like because I've been looking at them in the garden, and they're very dead at this point. And my mom told me that we cut them back to maybe a couple inches from the ground because they don't use what they grew last year when they start again in the spring. They just regrow from the base of the plant. And I kind of love this because I love the idea that they spent all summer growing these plants, like the flowers, and then they like got to the fall or the winter, fall. It's still the fall. It's not the winter. I'm not ready to say it's winter. I they grow these things, then they get to the fall, and then it gets cold and they start to die, and the plant itself is fine, like the nub, the technical term is nub, is fine. Like the roots are fine, but the flowers themselves and the stalks and stuff like that, they grew all summer and the plant spent a lot of time doing that, and then they died. And then instead of trying to like resurrect these dead stalks in the spring, they just start again. And I love that because there's a huge sunk cost for that plant. It put all of its growing season into creating these plants and flowers and stalks and stuff. And then it just says, yeah, all right, well, finish with that. And I know that it doesn't like consciously think that. That's just the way that the plants work. But I think it's really, really hard for us as humans to do the same thing. I'm not saying we should always do that, but it is hard to get over that sunk cost fallacy, right? When we put a bunch of work or time or money into something, and then we feel like we have to continue on with it just because of those things that we've already put into it. And it's okay to not. It's okay to just stop and decide you want to do something else, or decide that the project's not working, or just decide that it's time to switch gears. I've certainly done that in my life where I put 4 years into working for the corporate company or the big corporation that I used to work for, and I just decided it didn't matter. It doesn't matter that I put this 4 years in. I learned a lot and I'm ready to move on. Or, I put 2 years into a hotel and restaurant management diploma and then decided it's not actually what I want to be doing. I mean, the diploma definitely helped me in getting my degree, which then allowed me to become a chartered accountant. But I still decided, I've put a lot of energy into this, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to move on. And that's exactly what the plants are doing, right? Like it's not for nothing. They have gotten something out of it. They were able to grow and get nutrients and live another year. And like they need those flowers to spread their pollen around, and they need their petals and leaves and stuff to grow and to live. And so they're definitely getting something out of it. It's not just spent energy and they didn't get anything back. But I kind of love that they just finished with that. On to the next. They lie dormant over the winter and then just pop right back up. Has this been a thing in your life? Is it hard to move on after you have a sunk cost, if you've put a ton of energy into things, or are you the kind of person that's like, yeah, done, no big deal? Because if that's you, I would love to know how you got there, because I don't think that's a typical mindset. So let me know in the comments. If you're looking for accounting and tax tips every week, sign up for my free newsletter. I have left a link in the description, in the link. Hope you're doing well. I'll see you tomorrow.